Okay, on the whiteboard. Okay, the second segment was on polynomial. Can you tell me what are some of the important features of a polynomial? A polynomial is definitely an algebraic expression, am I right? But what are some of the important things inside the algebraic expression that will make it a polynomial? You don't know what an algebraic expression, right? Okay, it's just any expression that has unknowns inside. Okay, but there are some other conditions. What are some of the other conditions? Positive degree, thank you. I heard the word positive power as well. Okay, degree is another word for power. Anything else? Not only must it be a positive degree, there's one more condition. Can it be a fraction? Can the degree or the power be a fraction? What must it be? Whole number. What's another word for whole number? A rational is a fraction, huh? Yeah, integer. Okay, this is another word for whole number. Okay, so some examples of algebraic expression which are actually polynomial. This is a polynomial, right? There's a special name for this kind of polynomial. What is the degree of this polynomial? 3. When you talk about degree, it will be the highest. Okay, this is of degree 3. But this has a special name. This kind of polynomial is known as a... Forget, never mind. Let me give you an easier one. This one you see before, in fact 2. This one, the degree is, what's the degree of this expression? 2. The highest power is 2, so that is the degree. But take note, this is also called a quadratic. Correct? This is expression and not equation. What's the difference between an expression and an equation? Equation must have equal sign. Okay, equated to something, but expression is just an algebraic expression, that's all. This is power 2, quadratic. If it's power 3, that's another name. Cubic, thank you. Power 4 and above, too many already, we just call it polynomial. Okay? Okay, now, the other thing about polynomial is, okay, now refer to page 12. Okay, I know different teacher will have different method. Okay, I'm just going to expose you to my method for those who are under me. I hope you still remember. Okay, practice now 6. We are looking at question 1. Okay, can you just copy down the equation that's given first before we get started? And make sure you copy correctly here. I hope I got it correct. Okay, this is definitely a polynomial, am I right? Why? If you take a look, I'm very certain this is of degree 3. All agree? Because the highest power is 3. And take note, okay, all the powers are all positive and integers as well. Now, your job is to find the unknown A, B, and C. Okay, there are some approach to go about doing so. Okay, that's my approach. It's not inside the textbook. And those who are under me still remember, what is the first thing you will want to do first? Okay, thank you. Step number 1. Always check the coefficient of the highest power, the highest degree. After you check the highest power, what's the next step? Constant term. After that, what do you do? Make what? Zero? Make the bracket term equal to 0. If all this doesn't work, what's the last step? Sub other values of x. This is going to be very helpful. Okay, I'm not saying that when you do all these 4 steps, definitely you can do all 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4 very nicely. Sometimes step 1 cannot be done. Sometimes step 2 cannot be done. It's tedious. So you go in this order first. Okay, what do I mean? Let's take a look now. The highest power. What is the highest power on the left hand side? Power 3. What's the coefficient? 3 lah, left hand side. 3 lah, correct? Now, this is the highest power. The coefficient of the highest power is 3. Now, take a look at the right hand side. What would be the one that will give me the highest power? Am I right to say ax multiplied by x multiplied by x? That will give me the highest power. Am I right? Any other combination will allow me to get x cubed? Not possible. So, am I right to say immediately by comparing the highest power, I'm able to find the value of a? Straight away write a is equal to 3. Underline. 1 mark. Okay? Then, easy, right? Now, other than the highest power, what is the other thing you want to do? Compare the constant. What's the constant on the left hand side? Negative 11. Now, what's the constant on the right hand side? See, you are wrong. Constant not so straightforward. Other than C, are there any other constant? Take a look. 1 multiplied by B multiplied by negative 2 plus C. This is also a constant. So someone will say, if it is not a good choice, I cannot get the answer immediately. So I don't want to do step number 2. If you don't want to do, it's okay. I won't penalize you. But let's say I want to do. I will still write this down. So by comparing the constant term, so you have negative 2b plus c is equal to negative 11. Agree? Agree, yeah? This is the constant term on the right hand side. I'm comparing the coefficient. But I'm not done. This is step number 2. But I write down first. Now, let's go to step number 3. What do you mean by bracket equals 0? Let a plus 1 equals 0. Are you sure you want it? This is not two choice, no? This is two choice? You sure this is two choice? Let the one that doesn't have an unknown. Let x minus 2 is equal to 0. What's the value of x? 0. Why do I want to do that? When x is equal to 2, meaning x minus 2 is equal to 0. This thing doesn't become 0. I'm sorry. You need to press the calculator. Can you press the calculator now? So what you have, 3 times 8, 24 plus 16 minus 34 minus 11 is equal to C. So C in this case will give us negative 5, is it? Exactly. So likewise, I found the value of C. Please analyze C and plug it inside here. But that is because Mr. Liu insisted on using the constant. Am I right? But what if now, if the constant doesn't look like, let's say I don't have a constant. I'm going to give you another scenario. I found the value of A, but I find the constant not useful, but I still use step 3 where I make the bracket term equal to 0. So I managed to get this step. Okay, I do my working. I have A, I have C, but I don't have this. How am I going to find B? How am I going to find B? Anyone? What is that number 4 telling you? Use other values of x to substitute inside here. And what other values of x would you think is convenient to use? X is equal to 0. Next choice. 1. Next choice. 2 are. Okay, but 2 because we've used it before already. Always start with 0 first. Try not to use negative numbers because you may have difficulty with negative numbers. Can? So if let's say, if I want to use other values of x, so when x is equal to 2, I use this to check my answer again. When x is equal to 0, all these will become 0. Am I right? So it's left with negative 11 on the left hand side. Similarly, when x is equal to 0 over here, this will be 0. So in the first bracket,